Hello, what's up? I hope you're having a great day. So today's video, why am I talking so weird? But anyway, today's video is how I edit my thumbnails and also how I edit my Instagram pictures because it's sort of a similar process, but not really. So I just combined these two videos into one video. I'll put the timestamps down below for the Instagram tutorial and then for the thumbnail tutorial if you're only interested in like one of those things. But anyway, let's get started. So I'm going to first talk about how I edit my Instagram pictures. It took me such a long time to figure out how I wanted to do it because at first I was like using presets. Well, first like years ago I was using VSCO presets. And then I switched to Lightroom presets, but I didn't understand how Lightroom worked. So that just wasn't the best. But now I still use Lightroom, but I've kind of played around with it and I've reached the formula, I guess, that I like. So my pictures here is what my feed looks like. So it's edited, but it's not too much and it kind of gives off sort of a Pinteresty feel. So the way that I edit my Instagram pictures, first obviously I take the Instagram pictures. So I'm just gonna take these pictures that I took a couple of days ago. I go through and heart all the ones that I like, so then it's easier once I use Lightroom. By the way, for all of this Instagram part, it's all free. So just download the app Lightroom. But anyway, once I've gone through and hearted all the pictures, then I can open up Lightroom. And in Lightroom, I just have an Instagram photos folder, so I edit all the pictures in the same folder. First step is to import all of the favorited pictures. So then I just have all of the pictures in here. And then what I do is I have created a preset for all of my settings that I like. So for me, it's just under my preset and I just called it Y2K. And this is what it looks like. And basically the settings for this preset are under light, the exposure is -0.45, the contrast is -45, highlights are -40, shadows are +23, and then under color, the saturation is up 30. Also under detailing, sharpening is +100. And that's pretty much it. So it just has a few adjustments. So basically what you're gonna wanna do if you wanna edit it this way, you're gonna add all of those adjustments to the pictures, then you're gonna click these three dots up at the top right corner and click on Create Preset, and then just name it whatever, and there you go. Your preset is made. So that's the preset that I have. And here's just a list of all of the settings if you want to write them down or screenshot it. And sometimes it ends up looking a little bit orange. See how my skin looks kind of orange? So I do have to do a little bit of adjustments depending on how the picture is taken. This preset works best under like complete direct sunlight. So to adjust it and make it a little bit less orange, I'll go under color mix and go under the orange setting and undo the saturation a little bit and just play with it. It takes a little bit of experimenting to get it exactly where you want to be. And it also depends on the outfit that you're wearing as well. You can just play with the colors. See, this is what happens when I take out all of the blue, and then if I turn up the blue a ton, it just takes a lot of experimenting. So I really like these settings that I just added, and then I will go to the next one, scroll all the way to the left and click previous and click all, so then it applies those adjustments for that picture that I just edited onto the next picture, and I will continue doing this for all of the pictures from the same photo shoot. Last step in Lightroom is I'll just crop the pictures. See how this one's a little bit far away? I'll just crop it and zoom it in. I recommend when you're taking pictures, just from my like one high school digital photography class, is take pictures farther away and then zoom in during the editing process rather than using your iPhone to zoom in while you're taking the pictures, because that leads it to better quality. There we go. And then once they're in the camera roll, I'll edit the perspective a little bit. Click on the tool that looks like the crop thing and I'll click on the vertical one and I'll just pull it up a little bit and it'll create a little bit of a lower angle. Sometimes I'll do that, sometimes I don't. There we go. That is how I edit my Instagram pictures. And yeah, I really like how this turned out. And now for my thumbnails. Now this process, it's not necessarily hard, it's just there are a lot of steps. So the apps that I use for my thumbnail creation is obviously like the camera app. and the Photos app, and I also use Procreate on my iPad, which does cost around $10. I totally think it's worth the investment. It's a one-time purchase. Or you could use PixArt, which is free, and you can pretty much do similar things. I just use Procreate because I like it better. And then I also use picmonkey on my computer, which does cost money, although you can just use Canva, which is free. And I also use Lightroom too, which I somehow forgot to say. So obviously the first step for my thumbnails is picking out the thumbnail pictures. So whenever I'm filming a video, sometimes I'll like sketch out the idea of the thumbnail that I have in my head, and sometimes I'll just take a bunch of pictures of like random things that I do in the video and then kind of improvise and put the thumbnail together from there. So the first thing I do is open Procreate and I create a new canvas. You can either use the dimensions 2560 by 1440, but I use 3840 by 2160, and it's the same ratio, but it takes up a little bit more storage, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna create the canvas, and then the first step is I just add all of the pictures that I want to. In this video it's only 2 pictures, so the like main picture of me holding up my phone, and I'll click fit to screen, and then the other picture is just the phone itself, and I'm just gonna kind of adjust that to be on the side right here, like so. And then I just kind of play around with the sizing. It honestly depends on the video, how I want to size everything. And then once it is set to how I like it, I'll create a new layer in the layers palette, and this is when I do all of the outlining of the picture. So I will go under the brush tool and I use the calligraphy pen monoline, and for like the main thing that I want to feature, I just don't do a direct outline. I kind of just hover the pen around it like this, and the opacity is fully at 100%, and my pen is somewhat big, but it's not like 100% full size, and it takes a couple of tries often to get the outline to be how I want it. For the smaller features, I'll take this brush size all the way down to 2 and trace totally around the things. So I'll trace my whole thumb and fingers and the whole phone itself. This part does take a lot of time when I have a lot of things in the pictures, but oftentimes, like especially for vlogs, there's a ton of stuff in the thumbnails, so it does take quite a while, but I often just do this when I am watching TV or like during a break in class, because it is a good way for my brain to be stimulated, I guess, and focused. And the outline is never perfect, it's just kind of what it is. And then once the outlines are done, I'll create another layer, and this is where I write like little text blurbs on the sides or in the big blank spots in somewhere on the thumbnail. So for this I use the pen under, I think it's under inking, yeah, it's under inking, called dry ink, and I write pretty much just subtitles. So for this it's what's on my iPhone, and I also show you like my iOS 14 widgets, so I'll write that somewhere. And oftentimes I end up redoing everything like 4 times until it appears how I want it to. Organization. Kind of ran out of room there. And then that was the last step on Procreate. But anyway, then I will export this as a JPEG, and I will export it to Lightroom. And then basically what I do is now it's time to add the presets. So the preset package that I use is by Victoria B Photo on Etsy. I think it was like around $3. I just love these presets so much. So those are the presets that I use. You can use any sort of preset that you want to. So then if you decide to get those will appear under presets in your Lightroom user preset section. So it comes with 5 presets, and I'll kind of go through these, and depending on the picture I'll choose which one I want. I often go with 3 or 5. I think I'm gonna go with 3, and this doesn't look great right now, so I do need to edit the colors. So to do that I click on color and color mix, and honestly it takes just a ton of trial and error trying to figure out how to get the preset to match. I think it's easier to add the preset to the final like thumbnail as opposed to like adding the preset to each individual picture. And then also in Lightroom, I can see my other videos like thumbnails, so I can like match the editing style to the other videos and see whether it matches. And then once the thumbnail is done on Lightroom, I will airdrop it to my computer. This step, it's like not necessary. You could probably add just the text in Procreate, but for some reason I like doing it on picmonkey on the computer. So I'm on the picmonkey website and I just click edit new image and from computer. And then here I will just add the text. The font that I use is Helvetica New Bold Italic for thumbnails. I've literally been using this for like 2 years and I do it in white. And then I just type the title. So that's what's on my iPhone 2021. And then for settings, I'll go under effects and add a drop shadow, take the angle off, take the distance off, take the fade off, and I will blur at 8. And then the intensity needs to be at 100 as well. And I'll adjust the size. And then when it's in the place that I like, I will copy this, so Command C, and then paste it. So there's 2 of these, and then I'll make the one that's in the back. I'll change the text to black, and then I'll pull this one on top of this one so it has like, I don't know what you would call this, like a drop shadow, I guess. So there's an outline and a shadow. This is just the easiest way I've found to do this. There's multiple ways to create this like blocky text thing, but I like doing it this way. And then once that is done, the last step is just adding the graphics, which are just stars. So I'll type in star, and I use this one called a 5-pointed star. I will change it to white, and I make it pretty small, and I add these stars in wherever there are blank spaces on the thumbnail, and I'll just copy and paste them throughout. This honestly doesn't take too long, and picmonkey does drain your computer's battery as well too, so we're really not winning here with battery life. But in terms of thumbnails, I'd say it works. And there we go, the thumbnail is done. So that is how I make my thumbnails. Definitely is kind of complicated, but I think it works, and I think it took me such a long time for me to find the thumbnail technique that I liked. And there we go, now I have it. So that was it for today's video. I really hope this helped you, whether you're looking for how to edit your Instagram pictures, how to edit your thumbnails, or both. But yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything that you want to, subscribe to my channel, turn that notification bell on, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye!